Hello, Raptors, and welcome back to the letter. Welcome back, guys. I'm on the recording streak right now, so I'm recording the video as soon as that previous video went up. So it's a consecutive recording streak right now. I'm trying to get to the story. Let me talk to you guys about something else. If you guys have noticed on my channel that I have actually removed the Assassin's Creed playlist, that's because, see, the thing is, I was recording Assassin's Creed, but the PlayStation decided not to record it for some reason, and when I tried to get the data recordings back, it didn't. So I lost a major part of the recordings, and I got so pissed. I was like, this is not happening right now, so I deleted the whole playlist and videos. But what I'm going to do is, see, the trial of the gods or something it's called, yeah. So when that comes up, I will probably do something on Trial of Gods or any tutorials in Assassin's Creed. It's depending on you guys. What do you guys want to see me do apart from the walkthrough of the game, because now that's completely botched. So like side missions, how to get stuff, Trial of the Gods, anything like that. So if you guys want to know anything on Assassin's Creed, let me know in the comments down below, and I will try to do my best to get that for you guys. That being said, let's get into the game. Okay, so it was on Zachary's return. Alright, here we are. But in the early hours of the morning, it provides enough peace and quiet from any poor problematic soul who happens to wander here. The city just waking up a little later than usual, but knowing what day it is, one cannot fault it for being a little tardy just this once. Yet neither the pleasant morning chill nor the soft twittering of birds does anything to banish the images. Every single one has rooted itself in my head, its claws digging deep in what is no longer a safe place to hide in.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Take a key and lock him up.
Are you done?
Lock him up, lock him up. Take a key and lock him up, my fair lady.
Okay,
London Bridge is falling
kill me.
down,
I'm going to read this anyways. It used to be easy, finding some pretense of peace under the guise of sheer optimism following regular routine. Shut up. Now I don't know what to make of it. This is really distracting, guys.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair
Sometimes
lady.
it's easier to run, easier to hide when everything's falling apart. That way, you don't have to be the first to witness it when it does. It worked when things went bad with the movie after all. It also worked when manpower were taken from us. Maybe it really is better if I just...
Hey, mister!
Finally, the torture stops. Oh my god. The tiny voice gives me a pause. When I look up, a little girl, maybe about 6 or 7, is peering at me. Two wide eyes overflowing with what can only be natural curiosity and typical sees in children. I vaguely note that Saint Goretti uniform she's wearing before returning her greetings.
Hey kid.
Kylie.
Kyle. But she's cute.
Kylie?
That's my name.
Kylie? Kylie.
Mama said it's rude not to call people by their names.
Aww. She then flops down on the empty space beside me. Little legs, still too short to touch the ground, swings in tune with a song she hums under her breath. I don't mind kids. Nana would have often invite the ones in our own neighborhood to give them treats. Of course, by then Sis and I were both too old to play with them, but you get used to the commotion eventually. It's not completely as unpleasant as most people would imply. Kylie seems to be a well-behaved kid anyway.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, Kylie.
Nice to meet you, Kylie.
Is Mama here?
No, but my big brother's with me.
Aw.
He's taking pictures with his camera over there.
She points to the far end of the park, the one closest to the street where a kid is taking shots of something above him. It doesn't look to be the birds because all there is on the side of the park are buildings.
I don't see what's so interesting with the tip of a building, though. I'd take pictures of dogs if I were him. They're cuter.
I take pictures of puppies too. Oh.
Do you have a camera too, mister?
Yeah, I'm actually a photographer.
Mama said I'm too young to get a camera.
Aw, Kylie, I'll get you a camera.
I'm sure your mama will eventually give you one. But won't you be late for school like this?
Big brother will get us there on time. Rowan promised Papa we aren't going to be late. It's sports day.
Oh.
So it's not good if you keep looking like that today.
She's so cute.
If it ends up raining and we lose, it's your fault.
All right, I'll try not to upset the clouds today, kid.
Okay.
Is it because you're sick, mister?
Before I know, a smile has spread over my face. They say kids are the toughest questions sometimes, and they sure do, with how sincere Kylie looks. Lying feels like doing her a huge disservice.
No, not sick. Just having a very, very bad day.
Aw, Kylie is gonna make you feel a little better.
Why is that? Is that like when my big brother ate all of my pudding?
Oh.
He did that once and then cried. It wasn't very nice of him.
Yeah, I think so. You see, there's this mean girl. She's giving my friends and I a lot of trouble.
Mean girl. Way to go, Zachary.
I even got in a fight with my best friend because of her. Hard to keep up when things are like that, you know? Especially when you can't do anything. It's kind of scary.
Sure
Makes
is.
you wish things will just stay as peaceful as they used to be.
Maybe she just wants to be friends with you?
Probably. She's right, though. But now is not a good time to go to Hannah and ask her that if she wants to be a friend with us. Look at my face right now. This is how I speak. Maybe she just wants to be friends with you, Zachary.
I highly doubt that. She already hurt one of my friends.
Oh.
What if she's just sad? Or maybe she just wants help.
Wait, I'm confused. Are you talking about the ghost or are you talking about Hannah?
That's what happened with Melody. I let her borrow my crayon when she left hers. Now we're playmates.
It's not really the same thing, Kylie. What she did, they're pretty bad things.
Oh.
I still think there's another reason. Did you try talking to her? That's what Mama said I should do.
She's pretty understanding for a cute kid. First small kid. Kylie. I love Kylie now. I don't mind Kylie singing. London Bridge is falling down.
I don't think that'll work either.
You haven't even tried yet. You sound like Rowan. You're just scared, mister.
Oh. That strikes a chord. Maybe it's the honesty in a tone or simply the truth in the words itself. I don't know why, but I can't help it. I laugh. Loud enough to disturb any elderly couple taking a leisure walk nearby.
Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing?
That's nothing. You're a really smart kid, you know that?
That's what I've been doing, ain't it? Go full speed and ahead and then backtrack when the going gets tough. Stay in my safe zone because that's what I know. Once Dr. Navarro said I should be the first one willing to deal with my problems before anyone else. I didn't show up on our next appointment after that, but he's right. And though I hate to admit it, I knowing what I've seen, but the kid makes a good point too. She does. Kylie makes a good point. I've been so caught up thinking there might not be a way out. Maybe there isn't, or maybe there is, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't just leave it up to fate. Aren't spirits supposed to be humans before too? Oh, we're talking about the ghosts, okay. Had people they cared about lived a life of their own, smiled and laughed like the rest of us does? Did they really lose all of that after death?
You better get to school, though, or you'll miss sports day.
Oh.
You should have won yourself some awards, alright?
Alright. Can I show it to you when I do? That can cheer people up, right?
Sure, Kylie, you can. In the distance, her brother calls for her, and I took that sign to leave. Got things to do to face the first few steps, they say.
Nah, I'm good now, I think. Thanks to you. Besides, Mr. needs to go. But you should show it to Mama and Papa. I'm sure they'll be proud of you, Kylie.
Oh.
I will. Thanks, mister. Bye.
Bye-bye, Kylie. I give her a little pat on the head before heading my way. A small gesture of thanks from a stranger she didn't know she might have helped. She may not understand enough, even though at such a young age she already has this understanding of things. Maybe when she's older, when the world no longer seems to be too big for
But
her.
aren't you going to help me, mister?
With what?
Confused, I glance back. Kylie doesn't seem cute anymore. Kylie doesn't seem cute anymore, guys. What just happened? What is happening? What am I getting myself into? Weren't you a little talk but has vanished under the shadows, suddenly dancing in my eyes. Look at my face. It's like it's gone from this to this, this, this. What? The frigid air is most definitely not how the morning chill should feel like. Very stingy, unwelcoming. And the kid.
What do you think, mister? Are you going to help me?
I have a feeling the ghost is possessing her.
What do you want from us?
The response never comes, however, because when I blinked, gone.
Hello? Mister? Are you okay?
Okay. The ghost is trying to send us a message. She wants help. She wants help, but we have no idea how to help her. For several passing seconds, I let my stare linger on her face, waiting for any sign of another change. But all that remains in there is the carefree smile of a child. None of that spite, none of the cold-bloody smile.
Nothing. I really need to go, Kylie. It was nice meeting you.
I'm going insane.
See you again, mister!
I break into a run. I don't look back, not even as I bump into a couple of passerbys as soon as I'm out of the busy streets. Going insane? That's what it is. Going insane. And if we don't do something soon, we'll all be. The tram has followed me even as I get home. I'd hoped a little stroll around the block for a few hours would help. Instead, I'm assaulted with more images of her smile, the loathing in her eyes, the stench of gore, the horrid crunch that comes with every moment she makes. Oh, jeez. Even old memories have been sullied by her, and my song no longer sounds as sweet as it is meant to be. In the end, all I got is a sinking feeling I will never be rid of her image. Another ridiculous idea that may or may not have even worked. The sun is already hanging low on the horizon when I make it back. And at the first time, coming home feels more like a chore. Only I didn't arrive into an empty room. Because as soon as I opened the door, I was greeted by none other than...
Sup, Z-Man?
Oh boy, it's
I
Ash
told
Ketchum.
you we should have called him before going here.
It's fine.
It's Ashton I see first, sitting comfortably on my couch, munching on the back of chips with both feet popped atop the coffee table. Whatever provable stone has made a home at the pit of my stomach automatically flies right out of the window at the side of him. But before any exasperation can set in, my attention is taken by another occupant in the room. Isabella perches on the only other chair in the room, attempting to make herself smaller. It seems from how closely she's hugging her arms against her. Nevertheless, she gives me a small smile when she notices my stare. Yet, somehow there ain't any warmth in it like it's supposed to have.
Hey, Zach. Sorry we just barged in here. Ash was
what?
Relax. Z-Man gave me a copy of the key himself.
Only after you broke the 13th one? I can't keep replacing them every time you think it'd be a good idea to break into my apartment.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, Ash Ketchum?
And stop calling me Z-Man!
I didn't break anything this time.
Ash, just because I gave you a key doesn't mean you can just stroll in here whenever you want to.
Oh, get wrecked, bitch.
And, hey, is that my...
Ash smirks at me because, of course, he has the gall to smirk knowing what he did. He pops in what's very likely the last piece of chip into his mouth and folds the wrapper neatly on the table before throwing it in the nearby trash. From the chair, Isabel shoots me an apologetic smile as soon as the foil hits the waste bin with the dull tongue. Common sense dictates that I should be angry. Well, not. But that's my food. You take my food. I'm getting angry. What was that? I don't know. But that's what happens when someone takes my food. You don't take my food, I'm getting very angry. How dare you take my food? Give my food back. Okay, that was weird. Feels like I'm being possessed. Despite things we've yet to straighten out before it blows up in our faces. Having something normal play out in front of me, no matter how childish their antics can be, I can bring myself to muster even a tidbit of it. Behind me, the television starts blaring the music for the end credits of a movie. They have likely been waiting for a while if Ash has got impatient enough to rummage through my cupboards and watch something.
Of course he eats all of it. You know, I was saving that for the weekend.
Yeah, I was trying to hibernate in the weekend. How dare you, Ash Ketchum?
Did you at least share some with Bella?
Don't worry about it. I'm good, Zach.
Really? It's free food, you know?
Yeah, Isabella can have everything, but Ash can't have any of my food.
What was that you usually say? You don't say no to free food? What happened?
No, I'm just not hungry.
She just spooked. Ash only shrugs at the question in my eyes. I can't be the only one who finds the vibe she's giving off to be odd, and the guy has no doubt already caught wind of it.
Aye. But if you want something, just say so. I've got a fully restocked pantry right here at your disposal. Still not a 5-star level thing, but for an empty stomach, it'd do.
It'd do.
Just say the word.
Thanks, Zach. Maybe next time. Food
Yeah, why
is
did you
not
guys-
really what we came here for.
Why did you guys come here in the first place?
Ash, he's the one who...
She casts brief glance at Ash, and in an instant, he sits up. Every trace of amusement is gone from his face, and he claps his hand in front of him and leans forward. A minuscule gesture meant to ease, yet the grim expression on him tells a different story altogether.
Alright, you two, what's this about? I don't like those looks.
I don't like looks either.
If this has something to do with the other day, I really am sorry about that. It was rude, and I didn't mean for it to come out that way.
A short but tense pause follows. They're both stalling. Under normal circumstances, I'd wait with this too. The more you force it, the more they'll clamp down on it. But as a handful of seconds continue to slip by, the unsettling feeling in me also grows with it. Soon it turns into impatience. Before I can demand a response, although one of them finally speaks up. It is Ashton who first breaks it.
No, don't apologize.
You found out that the ghost is real?
I should have listened.
How is everything with you lately, Zach?
Really bad.
Hold on, Ash. Both of you. Did I just hear you say that? Is this why Isabella's here? Has something happened?
Calm down, we're just here to check on things. So, did you meet Andrew about the photos?
Yes.
What photographs?
Sad photographs has been sitting untouched since the day I dumped them into my drawer. There you go with the photographs again. Isabel goes very still when I hand her the small stack. To her credit, she does not flinch like I'm expecting her to and flips through each of it in silence. But while her eyes remain strangely calm, her hands have gone rigid and her mouth has set into a thin line. She out of all people understand what this means. In hindsight, she should have been the one I approached before Ash.
What did Andrew say about them?
It could be one, but there's no guarantee it's a supernatural thing. It doesn't always happen. So, that's a dead end right there. Now that I think about it, bothering that guy for this feels pretty silly now. But with the dreams lately...
Why don't you guys just tell the truth and get this over with, investigate and help the poor scary ghost. Poor scary ghost.
That's all? Did he say anything about the damn letter at all?
The letter, guys.
Did you ask him even?
I pause, glancing at him skeptically. I don't know where this sudden curiosity is coming from. But if Ashton, calm, cool, collected, always logical Ashton takes interest in this, something or someone must have fucked shit up somewhere. But the world is ending. The world is ending. The world is gone to shit. I can't insert memes. Because I don't have a better editing program. I know I'm sad. Okay, but anyways. Second pass. The apocalypse I'm expecting to go along with it doesn't arrive, however.
Yeah, that's really everything. The
My
letter
eyes
kind
are-
of slipped my mind.
Ah.
The photos were more important at that time. There was some stuff about the local horror stories, though. Talked about the curses, and he was really fascinated with the story about a wraith asking for a sacrifice to move on.
Yeah, and when he mysteriously just walked up and left. I was going to say leaved. That's not a word. Left is a word.
Kinda nasty if you ask me. But it does make sense if you simply go along with it. I'm not sure how this will help in the grand scheme of things. Why are you asking about this anyway?
Yeah, I'm curious to know.
Rose's death isn't just a coincidence, Zach. It may have something to do with... I may have...
Oh.
Wait. Stop right there for a sec, Bella. I thought you ain't buying this stuff, Ash. Just the other day, you said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I still don't, but even Rebecca, out of all people, claims there's something. Whatever this is, someone has got to look into it. Everything about this screams shady.
Everything about everything screams shady.
Are you sure you even have the time? Ain't you busy with your current case?
I got taken off that one.
Nice. Great job there, Ketchum.
You didn't say you were taken off your case.
I just got the news this morning. Apparently the higher-ups think I'm doing a horrendous job at it.
Oh, really?
It doesn't matter though. If these two cases are connected like I initially thought, then regardless, I'm on the right track.
Oh, let's get cracking.
Are you sure we should even be doing this?
Doing what exactly?
There's someplace we'll visit after this.
The mansion?
Too vague for comfort, Ash. And please don't tell me you're bringing her with you.
His affirmation comes in the form of stare, but that only says all I need to know. What I pointed out gives me him a pause, though his voice is thick with hesitation when he addresses Isabella.
You know what? Zach's right, Isabella. You don't have to come with me.
It's not myself I'm worried about. It's you.
Okay.
I'll just do this myself, if it'll get you into more trouble with your superiors. At least I can make up an excuse why I need to be there.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not walking in there without me. Besides, I think it's a little too late to back out now.
But it's really too late to back up now.
Have you two seen the news this morning?
I haven't, actually.
What happened?
Mama called, and I was busy.
Sure. The change in air around her, while small, cannot have gone unnoticed, and it takes every willpower not to ask. Probably the only thing reigning in my curiosity is the fact that Ash himself hasn't brought it up either.
No problem. It should be in the afternoon news as well.
While another guy died, I don't know him, but man buried after a room catches fire. And the same letter which was there in the previous message when Rose died. He grabs the remote and cycles through the numerous channels until he gets to a news report about another guy who has been found dead in the early hours of the morning today. Burned alive this time. Oddly, no fire has spread, and whatever damage has contained within the place the body was found. The room itself, however, has been completely vandalized. Help me, help me, help me. Another murder, the authorities claimed. Isabella and I know better. None of us shifts even after the report ends, but the room has suddenly felt stifling. Ashton's eyes have gone hooded with what appears to be restrained anger, and the remote in his hand creaks mildly under his grip. The stone in my back, in my stomach, a tiny little thing gripping at my insides, growing with every passing second as the dread sinks in. In the thick of it, Isabel's voice is the one that breaks the hush. A small weak thing on its own that wavers unevenly between the words, but every syllable is heavy with meaning.
This is because of that thing, isn't it? I did this somehow.
You shouldn't have bought the letter, Isabella. That's the only thing you did. When it fades, all that's left in the air is a doubt and fear, while all we all can do is to cope. Is there something I can say to make her feel better? We can still fix this.
It ain't too late. We could still fix this. There's 3 of us here.
Yeah.
4 if you count Rebecca.
No, she's staying away from this.
She lifts her gaze at me. Eyes steady and shoulders squared as she holds it against the baffled look I give her. Although in the next second it immediately softens, and it takes me by surprise nevertheless. In those brief moments, it's like I've faced a different person.
I don't want to involve her in this any more than I already have. Both of you as well.
Oh.
I already said it. That's completely out of the question. Stop asking.
Okay.
Still in all, that's 2 extra heads who can do the thinking. Between us 3, I'm sure we'll figure something out pretty soon.
Sure we will.
Don't make this whole thing sound like it's a piece of cake to deal with.
It ain't. But better than sitting around, yeah? Plan is still a plan.
You're
Okay.
going to shoot yourself in the foot one day with that kind of thinking. We don't even know who's doing this.
A ghost is doing this. Are you complete? Did this happen to you, Ash?
The last 2 murders might just be similar incidents done by 2 different suspects.
Hasn't stopped you from going after them before.
It shouldn't stop you from going after the ghost now.
Remember that time when you...
Okay, stop right there. There will be no retelling of that incident today,
I
Z-Man.
wanna know.
Or ever.
Keep calling me Z-Man and maybe I will.
Ooh. Suddenly Isabella laughs. The door muffled by her hands, it rings light and easy against the thick tension in the room. Still a far cry from the usual cheer she carries, but brings a welcoming shift in the otherwise teary mood.
Thanks, you two.
I'll tell you about it when he's not around.
Give it up, Z-Man. She's not interested.
Who says I'm not?
Ash makes a face but chuckles at the jest despite himself.
Why am I even friends with you two?
And like this, most of our words ebb away, if only for a few moments. They take their leave mere minutes close to sundown. Regardless of the lighter mood, little has been said of their plans, only vague hints of what they are aiming to do after. While it ain't any of my business to know, something about this whole thing still gnaws at me. A tiny passing thought urges me to do something as well. Why am I on the streets? I don't know. At this hour, the streets are once again busy with people heading home from a hard day's work. Starbucks coffee. Still love that place. Still has the best cupcakes. Little of this bustle matters to them as they step out of the crowded walkway. However, I can't read. Okay, I can read now. Ash especially. That's only his goal in his mind, and I'd wager there's nothing I can do to stop him at this point. He's probably decided on it long before they made the decision to drop by. But despite this, Isabella lags behind. A worried crease is back on her forehead as she watches Ash leave to get his car.
Something wrong, Bella?
No, actually,
She saw the ghost again, didn't she?
can you check on Becca for me after this? I really didn't get the chance to tell her where I'm headed off to.
Sure.
Tell her I'm okay and we're... No, just that. That's all.
Okay.
You sure I should skip on that part? If she finds out about this, she'll be angry.
She doesn't have to know.
I don't really want to deal with angry Rebecca. It gives me a stomachache just thinking about it.
Neither do I, but I'll handle it if she gets mad. Just make sure she's safe and tell her to be careful.
She looks paler than usual. If you guys notice.
You too. Take care of yourself.
Almost abruptly, she pauses, the gaze in her eyes hardening as she lapses into another one of those long-distance silences from earlier. She sees the ghost again. This ain't just because of the whole fiasco with the letter
I
anymore.
don't want what happened to Rose to happen to you guys as well.
This one cut deeper. Before I can ask about it, Ashton returns, casually swinging his car keys on one hand and gestures at Isabella.
Come on, we don't have much time. Shirley's waiting.
Shirley.
Who's sure? Oh. Don't answer that. I don't want to hear it, you huge dork.
Says the person who gave her stuffed toys names. Batcat?
Batcat.
Really?
It's cute. Yours is just weird. I'll see you later, Zach.
She spares me another smile as I watch her walk off. Only now it did occur to me that none of those she gave today ever did reach her eyes. I make a grab for the back of Ash's parka. He staggers briefly before correcting himself and shooting me a confused
Is she
stare.
alright?
Huh? What? Who's okay?
Isabella. She's been, I don't know, out of it today?
She's been out of it the day she came to your flippin' apartment.
Did something happen earlier?
The scowl on his face says it all.
She's actually been like that this morning. I'll ask, but
Just do me a favor and watch over her. We have no idea what we're dealing with.
Ghosts.
I don't know what happened to her since the last time I saw her, but from how she's been doing today, whatever it is, seems like a pretty big deal.
Okay.
Wait, you didn't annoy her again, did you? Because I swear to God, if you did, you've got another thing coming for you.
Go down.
what? No. Why would I?
I'm just asking. I'll take your word for it. But if you can find out what's bothering her, that'd be nice. Honestly, I don't think it's the letter this time.
I'll see what I can do.
It's a ghost this time.
Make sure you keep yourself out of harm's way, alright?
Alright.
Yeah, you too. Don't do anything reckless again.
Reckless, no. But I can't make you to promise I won't do anything. After seeing that, there's no way in hell I'm going to pretend there ain't a problem when there is.
True that. Finally, about time somebody decides to speak up.
This is a really big one. And I'll be damned if I let anything happen to you guys while I sit here. I'm done running when things get tough.
He's about to argue for a moment, but
Look, bro, if things ain't good, I'll be the first one out. But allow me this one thing, alright? Just this one time.
just one
If
time.
it doesn't work out, you'll be the first one to know. You can laugh then, or berate me all you want. But please don't ask me to step aside like I'm incapable of doing anything to help.
Yeah. I have no idea if it's the only look on my face or the tone of my voice. Ultimately, although his mouth pauses in a routine line, he nods.
Alright. Stay safe, Zach.
You too, bro. When he stumbles into the sidewalk and allows the afternoon crowd to swallow him whole. I like to think the tiny gleam in his eyes is the closest we can get optimism. There it is in this situation. Whether that alone will be enough to give me a peaceful sleep tonight remains to be said. October 30th, Sunday. Okay, alright guys, that's all the time I have for this episode. So when we come back in the next episode, we're gonna see what else transpires in the letter. So yeah, that being said, thank you all for the love and support. If you're liking the series so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Peace!
Legends never die.